G'day, today we're having a look at my dream setup. This is a game that doesn't come out till March. It's by Campfire Studio, who did another game that I played and have kindly given me a early access key to this guy as well to check him out. So let's jump in and see what we're doing. Alright, so camera movement. Press the middle mouse button to move, or we can use WASD, which would be my preference. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, and we can rotate, bring up different walls. Alright, so we got that in the bag. So I guess we're designing my dream room here. So I suppose firstly my dream room would probably have a little bit more square footage than what we're seeing here. But it's trying to get some fundamentals going. Alright, so is there there's no rules I guess on what I'm doing here. We're just designing as I see fit. So how big is a big bed in here? Doesn't really feel like there's too much room for that. I do like how the shadow of the window does roll on the item as it goes in. That's quite neat. Blueprint. Okay. So talk to me. Can I expand out my little room? Can I get rid of this wall? I can. Cool. Can I move my door? I have two doors. Trash the whole thing if I want. I can get an achievement for trashing the whole thing. So now I'm redrawing. Let's give myself an odd shaped room. Like Theme Hospital or something. Alright, so I can get rid of that. Let's give it a real weird proper entrance. So if we go door in the middle here. Now that's a window as opposed to what I thought it was, which was a it's going to bother me that that's not central, isn't it? So let's go get rid of him. Let's go back to the drawing board. Get that and make this guy even too. Okay, let's use the whole space just with our weird little entrance at the front here. So I want to have windows. Let's go window there, window there. Let's let as much of that crazy light in as possible. Basically going to be an entire apartment. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So those will work nicely. Want a well-lit space. Lovely. Okay. So room should be rectangular in shape. Boo. Getting in the way of me and my creativity. Alright, here we go. So and I guess with that as well, give ourselves a window on each side of the door. Okay, so we're going to design like we are a studio apartment. So we want to get everything in here. So we're living the bachelor life. Now, in our bachelor life, we waste space on a king-size bed. How much have we given up? So shift and smooth to rotate smoothly. Wow, so we can just sort of barricade the door with it. Zombie apocalypse this. We can even go into a lovely little angle in the corner. We've got ourselves a big space. Let's use it. So, well, I mean, that's not really using. That's sort of not using it. I want to put a lamp behind that space. Can I get a lamp in that little gap? I can. Yeah. Okay. Now I feel like all of these systems seem a bit complex. Maybe a PlayStation 5, its controller could work in my system here. Can I have blinds on my? I can change my windows. All right. Oh, that's just a sweeping change to everyone. I think that's what we want. It is a little disconcerting that out the window of my door is just sort of like a free fall drop down to the city street. Oh wow, we even get to pick our keyboard. Yeah, customized. All right, so this is my little apartment. I want TV. I have a TV. We've got furniture. So I'm not too proud to admit this. When I first moved out of home, I had a chair that sat with a tiny little TV, and then there were 2 beanbags in that lounge room, and then nothing else. It was quite a sparse living area. I just didn't have any other stuff, so it wasn't until my girlfriend, who became my wife, moved in that we bought a couch. So in that, during my bachelor pad, should only have a chair. Shouldn't even bother having a couch. I didn't cater to a second person sitting down with me. We have a lot of options here. Something that's going to be comfortable. I'm going to be gaming on this couch. Something I can sort of feel like the rest of the arm are going to be nice to slouch over. Which I suppose would be this guy, but he's also leather. I don't want to be squashing myself on some sort of leather couch. I will take a chair though. And let's rotate him. He can sit up here. So we're going to do a quick little pivot, and we're going to set up our gaming table. Now, my gaming table, my desk where I have my computer, does not look like that. If I had to describe the closest thing that my one looks like, it is probably this guy. So can I talk to me about my color wheel? What color am I changing? Oh, just my background sort of color. Okay. So setup wise as well, just the only PC we've got. So my PC sits on the floor. Put it onto this side of the table. Can I? Oh, I can change your color there. Lovely. All right. So let's go the white. Let's get a lovely deep blue sort of chair. Something that says, I don't know what I'm doing with color. It would also very much bother me that I've got a window directly behind my screen. That could kill a man. So we'll put our little monitor on our table. Let's... I do have a samurai sword in my house somewhere. Not mine. It's a friend of mine who moved across the country and then didn't have the capability to take it, so it is just stashed, sitting there for no reason, unless I guess the zombie apocalypse or something happens, and then it's like, well, luckily I've got the world's bluntest samurai sword to take care of business. Let me go back to this to find my keyboards. Again, I am not a flashy keyboard guy. It feels like a very small keyboard. Do I have a mouse? I do have a mouse. I'm a bit more of this kind of mouse guy. I think that's facing the right way. I suppose I can zoom in, can't I? He is facing the right way. Let's really give us the mouse like maybe a deep red. You more of a black. It's a standard look. You I just want like a timbery looking back to it. That's a bit more my desk, with the second color being black rather than white. And this guy also black. It's the third part of this. The cable's up there. I have them as being white. Is that my mouse pad, is it? I do have a mouse pad. It is smaller than that. Can I not shrink it at all? Can I? More like placemat that thing. A bit too much. I think I'll go with. Oh, it does allow my my mouse to pop a little bit more if you can actually see it. Do that. And I'm just knocking off achievements here. Real victory lap of. Okay. So that's that table sorted. We ended up going nowhere with our sofa. Got to make more of a commitment to what I want. I think it's this guy. Let's put him here. Let's rotate around the room so I can see what's going on in front of him. Again, I've got so many windows in my house that the sun's going to be streaming in, hitting me on this one. We want just sort of like a nice long, yeah, somewhere like you. You are tiny. Expecting something bigger than that. My TV. But let's go. Can I only have you on the wall? Crazy screens for me. Can I make stuff bigger? I only have like either a wall-mounted TV or flat tablet. Jump back to the couches because there was some, like nice ottomans or something. The ottomans. Let's get him a bit more of a, yeah, a bit more of a that color. Genuinely, when I first moved out, my couch, and from the story before, when me and my wife bought a couch, it had a dark blue cover on it, but when you take that dark blue cover off, it is that hideous orange color. So in tribute to that couch, it is still in my house to this day. It can be, it can completely flash with everything and be that same orange. All right, can I have a place? Wow, that is a huge PlayStation. And we'll just, well, we can't have a controller sitting on the thing. Oh, we can have it sitting underneath. Now, next to my gaming desk, very genuinely, is a easel. So I'll chuck an easel down next to the gaming desk in here as well. That is a good point too. Need some room for my clothes. That seems trashy, man. I can't imagine having that on wheels in my house. Talk to me about my wall color. So I can just paint panels too. Alright. Let's continue to look around. I do like to do my exercises. I don't know if I need a full set of dumbbells. No. Considered an exercise bike, but that's not the picture. Looking at this here, can I unclick you? That's right, I actually have to place it in order for that to stop clicking. I was going to say I could put some books sort of messily on my table, but there aren't books messily on my table. So I can't, it would be a lie. I've got nothing music going on. Where are my cabinets? There's a cabinet. Alright, so I like the idea of something that's a bit more open for what we've got going on. I will have my unmentionables and so on just sort of stacked in here. Nice simple cupboard. Now that I've done that, I can also move this guy. I'm going to put him behind me. I think that if I've got him right, that really stops access to this side of the bed. Now, also with the bed, we need a tiny little table that is going to allow me to put my phone on it, because that's the point of going to bed if you can't have your phone right next to you. Those are ugly though, color-wise. Again, let's try and get something a bit more brown maybe to match that. Two completely different brown colors. There must be a way that I can sort of match the... Press Control V to duplicate. Control V. They're not matching, but try and look past that. The two tables I have in my bedroom at the moment, they definitely don't match. But maybe that's what the trick is here, that we don't even try and match them. Put something square on that side, or equally confusing. Alright, so the other thing that we want up here is we want to have something for more clothing. That seems like a very fancy way of doing it. Let's put that in the gap. And let's get that clothing, and let's just sort of put some of that down there. And comparing these to the size of the keyboard, these bed sheets. I realize I can change the color of these, but let's roll with what we've got. Clock. I don't need a clock. I use my my watch. It's my clock most of the time. Ah, cool. I was gonna say that there were no PowerPoints, and that was gonna be a like something that felt missing, but definitely gonna put PowerPoints on either side of the bed. Gonna want plenty of PowerPoints down underneath there as well, and side. And gonna have some just sort of back here because we don't know what the future will bring. Maybe we want to rearrange our house at some point. So then we've got this whole corner left. Now, like I said, in my original house, that would have just been reserved for beanbags. We don't have a kitchen. Now, I realize that this is a room meant for... Oh, that really makes it look a lot more rugged there. Let's start with the more sort of like calm palette on this. Maybe we'll go with the really neutral starting point. A water cooler. Because I don't have a bathroom as well in my my house. Well, studio apartment. That's a bold starting look for that guy. Alright, let's get some oh, we got some actual wallpaper in here too. Shift to paint all. There we go. It's not a bad look. It does, like, this would be my little kitchen nook here. If you're wondering if I was building in a kitchen. This is also the place where my TV would go. I suppose that's the one main thing that we're currently missing. Now, if I click on something, it doesn't give me the option to, like, scroll, zoom, shift, make it bigger. Because I feel like I'm going to end up just having to use a monitor. It's that guy. That's a monitor, but they're the same size. I suppose we can do that. Concede and put that in as our... Let's have a tiny little bookcase over here. In there. Maybe we'll keep DVDs on here. Maybe it's just our collection of books that we never got around to reading. I mean, yeah, really what we need to do is move that to the bottom shelf. And then can we fit a globe on there? Holy cow. That is how you measure the whole world. Is that just a little... Just, like, once we got to the top shelf, we didn't even bother. We just sort of just shoved them up there. We're not tall enough to see what's up there, so let's just... throw books up. Let's shift this guy slightly a little bit that way. Move this guy a tiny bit that way too. And we'll try and answer the question, what do we want to put in our last little bit of our... What if we go... Let's just... And when it comes to the floor, can I just... That's a fascinating one. Something weird. Small. Can I place you anywhere? Can't overlap, but I mean it's pretty... They don't sort of snap lock together, but they're pretty intuitive. Racking up an achievement for sort of placement here. Then, oh, we can't change the color? Bummer. And do the whole floor, so we've just got these weird mats on that part. And then what we want to do is we'll go the wallpaper. Some weird anonymous corner here. Trashy red. So there must be a way that I can... I'd love to be able to hold down... Just sort of like paste multiple ones at once. But it looks like it's just one at a time. I mean, for the most part, surely you're not doing too much. I could block out the windows with this. It's sort of... The roll is to the... No light in. Need this corner to be completely dark. And then we'll finish it off with a... Tell. Shift scroll. Single chair to camera. Alright, so what happens if I click that? So that's just my... Oh, that's just looking at that sort of stuff, and then that's just the blueprint. So, like, we've covered everything on those two. There we have it. I guess that's a... Let's look at designing our own room here. What do we got? Oh, we could drop it to the sunset. We could go to snowing outside. Maybe a nice rain. Nighttime. We're back to day. What's this one telling us? Sort of loading some songs with an achievement. Pass to photo, chuck it to settings, another menu to it, just the menu. Alright, well, probably nicest to go back to the menu while we sign out here, because then we can just have our nice little spinning house there. There we go. So that was my dream setup. It is coming out in March. The demo for it will be out later this month, though. Yeah, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time... Actually, any questions except anything about what this corner is about or what's going on there. Where do my posters go? Until next time, catch you later.